Good evening, everybody. I'm Bryant Larson, by the way, 5483 Waldenwood Circle. I have a few thoughts. First and foremost, anytime a state, and I'm going to say Murray City is a state in this case, enforces a fee, it's called a tax. So let's be clear. If you're going to force Smiths to collect something to provide a service, that's called a tax, not a fee. So you're taxing those grocery bags for me, not collecting a fee. Just want to make that point clear. I'm also offended at the use of the term single use, because not a single one of those bags that comes into my house after coming from the grocery store is bagged up and put in the recycle bin. They go in our pantry, where they are then used to collect dog poo. And I'm not putting dog poo in this. They are also lining our trash cans in our bathrooms. And every time I get a cast somewhere, I go for a grocery bag to put around it when I take a shower. They're not single use in my household. And then if they're still in good shape, I put them back in the pantry. They're not just being once from the grocery store, then to the trash can. If you get rid of them, I will have to buy similar size bags to put in my pantry to use for those uses in my home. I will not use fabric bags, and I'm not going to chuck the dog poo over the fence. Lastly, and this one goes to just that whole idea of like science and learning new things, and every time something comes up we should change real quick. Back in the 70s, the earth was cooling and it was an emergency. 15 years ago, the earth was warming and it was an emergency, and by now Florida should be under the ocean right now. I feel like that whole thing has just been pushed on us as a moral issue. Like we have to respond to this because it's the moral right thing to do. We have to stop using these bags because it's morally the right thing to do. And I'd like to just read a quick thing from C.S. Lewis. Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under the omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep. His cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own consciousness. I just feel like this moral idea of, man, we're killing the environment with these bags. If we can't recycle them, compress them and throw them away like all the other trash we can't recycle. They are the most efficient that we can get to. We've made them so thin for a reason. It's so that we can put the most stuff in them, get them home, and make them as inexpensive to create and make them the smallest that we can possibly make them. Thank you guys very much, and have a good evening.
Okay, we'll allow two more speakers.